morning students. I hope you all are following the classes regularly. So we were in Act 2 Scene 1 and previous day we have read up to line 219 and today we will start from line 220 and we were in the position when and all the people along with the king and Gonzalo, they were sleeping. In the meantime, Antonio was trying to misguide and Sebastian in order to kill his brother, that is King of Naples. Now let us see what does Antonio say. Antonio says, "Oh, if you but knew how you the purpose cherish whilst thus you mock it. I wish you could understand you could understand how precious this moment is, which you need to rather utilize. Instead of utilizing it, you are just laughing away this precious moment or precious opportunity. How in striping it you more invest it, and while you are talking about something that which are not that much of importance, when you speak about them much, you make them means you provide them greater scope. So aiming men indeed most often do so near the bottom run by their own fear of slope. Now means he says that you are quite indeed you are quite true in your saying that the declining men, they often lose certain opportunities due to their laziness or their timidity in their nature. Sebastian says, "Pray thee, say on, the setting of thine eye and cheek proclaim a matter from thee, and a birth indeed which throws thee much to yield." I request you to go on, because the fixed eyesight of yours or certain something is there that is fixed within your eyes, and the paleness of your cheek, it provides me hint that you have something within you which you want to say, and I feel like you are in much pain, and as you cannot express whatever is there within you, I feel like you are in like an expecting woman, you are also in much pain, and so long you will be holding the matter within you, you will be in that same trouble. Now Antonio says, "Thus although this lord of weak remembrance, this who shall be of as little memory when he is earth, hath here almost persuaded, for he is a spirit of persuasion, only professes to pursue the king his sons alive. It's as impossible that he is undrowned as he that sleeps here swims." Now he says that although this lord of weak remembrance means Gonzalo, Gonzalo is trying to pursue the king, that his son is alive, and he says about Gonzalo that Gonzalo is means he is having capability of remembering things in a very little way, means he cannot remember everything in detail, and he will be, when he will be buried, he will also be remembered according to his own capability of remembering things, means he will not be that much remembered at all, as he himself cannot remember anything. So he has mastered the art of make others understand whatever he feels like to make them. So that's why he is quite able, and he has somehow completed to console or to make the king understand or think that his son is alive. But to me, the king's son is not alive, he has drowned, and it's as impossible as a person who is sleeping here. If anyone says that the same person who is sleeping here is swimming somewhere else, the thing is like to the same to me, means he doesn't believe that. Sebastian says, I have no hope that he is en route. I also think that he is also not alive. He is not alive at all. Antonio says, oh, out of that no hope, what great hope have you? And with that no hope that the king's son is not uh, alive, and you're not hoping that the prince is not alive, there you get a chance, or there it surely provides an opportunity that is going to provide you some hope, some greater hope. No hope that way is another way, so high a hope that even ambition cannot pierce a wing beyond. And then only, as there being no hope about the princess being alive, means a high hope about your own future. And where ambition even, and you may stretch your hope into the uttermost limit of ambition. And but ambition cannot pierce a wing beyond, but doubt discovery there. Now he says, and as I told you, can extend your ambition to its uttermost, and this means he is trying to make him understand that he is going to take charge of Naples. Now he says that now you can cherish the ambition beyond which all the visible things become faint, dim, and doubtful as well. Will you grant me with that Ferdinand is drowned? Means, do you still believe that Ferdinand is not alive, or he has been drowned? Now Sebastian says he is gone. Yes, I believe he is not alive. Now Antonio says, then tell me who is the next heir of Naples. If you feel so, then tell me who is the next king of Naples. Now Antonio says Sebastian says Claribel. Claribel is the king, is the daughter of the king. Antonio says, see, that is Queen of Tunis. She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life. She that from Naples can have no note unless the sun were post. The man in the moon's too slow. Now he says, still newborn chins be rough and razorable. Now he says, you are talking about Claribel. Claribel, who is present Queen of Tunis. And you are talking about that Claribel who lives far beyond this particular place, and it's quite impossible for her to get all this about any information about the happenings here. She can only get those informations if she sets sun as her messenger, because moon is too slow to provide her any kind of information. And your word, it means, and about to get all this information or to make the sun her messenger, it is as impossible as a newborn baby who who baby with a beard to get shaves and all. So it's quite impossible for her. She that from whom we all were she swallowed, though some cast again, and by that destiny to perform an act whereof words past is prologue, what to come in yours and my discharge. Now he says that, and from coming back to her only we were about to drown, and some of us though we are still alive and some are already drowned. And those who are still alive, I believe they have certain task to perform, and here you get some here you get some opportunity and power as well to perform that act, because whatever is gone, that is gone, but there is something about to begin, and as we are still alive, we are there to continue with this drama, or we are there to continue with this happening, means we are going to take care of the happenings that are going to take place. Now Sebastian says, what stuff is this? How say you? It's true, my brother's daughter's queen of Tunis. Show is See, hair of Naples, twixt which regions there is some space. What rubbish are you talking about? Uh, how can you say so? It's true that my brother's daughter is Queen of Tunis and she is heir of Naples at the same time. And I also admit, yes, there is a distance separating Tunis from Naples. Antonio says, a space whose every cubit seems to cry out, how shall that Claribel measure us back to Naples? Keep in Tunis and let Sebastian wake. Yes, and as you said, that yes, there is some space between Tunis and Naples. So every inch of that space, it says that there is no possibility that Claribel will get about these happenings in this particular place. Rather, she will not be able to measure what is happening among us, and so she should better stay in Tunis, and all this page, every inch of this page will be saying that let Sebastian wake up. Let Sebastian take charge, take care of this particular kingdom. See, these were death that now hath seized them. See, these people, those who are sleeping, if they are killed now, why they were no worse than now they are. There will be no worse than the condition they are presently in. There be that can rule Naples as well as he that sleeps, lords that can prate and imply and unnecessarily as this Gonzalo. And the king who is sleeping now, and along with it this abundance, this Gonzalo, if both of them they are killed, there will not be much effect, or there will happen nothing. I myself could make a cause deep chat. Oh, that you bore the mind that I do, what a sleep were these for your advancement. Do you understand me? Now he says that those, if the king dies now, you will be taking charge of the king, you will be the king, and if you kill this Gonzalo also, then I can play his role. As he believes that Gonzalo speaks or tells something that is, he says that some irrelevant matters. He keeps on talking and those things are not that much relevant. I can play his role, and about the other stuff, they will be following our track. They are now saying whatever this present king is saying. When we will be in position, they will follow our track, and it will not take much, it will not provide us much trouble. That means he wants to say, I'm going to kill the king and you need to take care of, means you need to kill Gonzalo. Sebastian thinks, methinks, and he says, do you understand what I try to mean? Sebastian says, methinks I do. Yes, I understand whatever you are saying. Now Antonio says, and how does your content tender your own good fortune? If you really understand, then how far do you feel pleased to treat this opportunity, that opportunity that is going to bring you good fortune? Now Sebastian says, I remember you did supplant your brother Prospero. I remember that you have taken your, or you have usurped the kingdom of your brother. I remember that incident. Antonio says, true, and look how well my garments sit upon me, much fitter than before. My brother's servants were then my fellows, now they are my men. Now he says, yes, it's true, and I have done so. And see how nicely my dress, it fit, suits me. And the persons who were that time my the persons who were at my brother's side, they were there, and our position was quite equal. But now they are under me. I'm their master right now. Sebastian says, but for your conscience, What about your conscience? Doesn't it provide you trouble? Antonio says, sir, where lies that? Conscience, where does it stay? If it were a kite, it would put me to my sleeper. Now he says, if it was like chilblain is that means due to extreme cold, some kind of disease it take place in legs and hands. So if it was like that, I would have put on my, I would have over my sleepers and all. Uh, but I feel not this deity in my bosom, but I feel this God of conscience doesn't stay within me. 20 consciences that stand twixt me and Milan, candid be they, and melt ere they molest. Now he says, if 20 consciences were there in between me and the and Milan means the dukedom, I would have wished all those consciences to be frozen or to melt before they reach up to me to stop me from my target. Here lies your brother, no better than the earth he lies upon. Now your brother is lying over here and he is lying on the earth like the same clay or some a piece of earth as well. If he were that which now is like, that's dead, whom I with this obedient steel 3 inches of it can lay to bed forever. And if you permit me, the person who is sleeping now with this sword of mine, I can make him sleep over there forever. Whilst you doing thus to the perpetual wink for a might, put this ancient morsel, this prudence, who should not upbraid our course. And now, and for you, you are going to kill this person, Gonzalo, who is, if he remains alive, he will be providing us much burden, much trouble. For all the rest, they will take suggestions as a cat laps milk, and others will follow us like a cat licks milk. They will tell the clock to any business that we say befits the hour, and whatever we will be willing to make them say, they will be saying so. Sebastian says, thy case, dear friend, shall be my precedent, as thou gottest Milan, I will come by Naples. Now, whatever your promise, whatever, my dear friend, I shall definitely follow the example which you have provided and which has means which you have said by dislodging your brother Prospero from Milan, from his dukedom or Milan, and you have got that. I will be definitely following the same example, and I will be king of Naples. Draw thy sword, one stroke shall free thee from the tribute which thou payest, and I, the king, shall love thee. Now you let us use our sword at the same time, and we will do the task together at the same time, and after that you will not have to pay any annual tribute, rather you will enjoy my favor. Now Antonio says, draw together, and when I rear my hands, do you the like to fall it on Gonzalo. Yes, let us do the work together, and when I will be raising my sword to kill the king, you will be doing the same for Gonzalo. Now Sebastian says, oh, but one word. Yes, but I have something, only one word to say. They talk apart. In the meantime, Ariel enters, invisible, with music and song. Ariel says, my master through his art foresees the danger that thou his friend are in, and sends me forth, for else his project dies to keep them living. And to his own self, Ariel says that my master, through by his magical power, he has already come to know about your this planning, and if these people do the work, my master's project, master's planning will not work. So I need to, this person should remain alive. and he sings in Gonzalo's ear that whilst you hear to snoring lie, open-eyed conspiracy, his time doth take. If of life you keep a care, shake off slumber and beware, awake, awake. He says the way now you are having a sound sleep. In the meantime, some people with their eyes open, they have made some dangerous planning, and if you really feel care to take care of your own life, you must wake up. It is that much time that you need to remain awake. Antonio says, then let us both be sudden. So we both of us will strike at the same time suddenly. Gonzalo says, now good angels preserve the king. And in the meantime, Gonzalo, he wakes up and he says that may good spirit take care of the king. The others wake. And then others also they wake. Alonso says, why? How now? Ho, awake! Why are you drawn? Wherefore this ghastly looking? Now he also tells other persons to wake up, and he says, why have you drawn your sword, and why your face is having? Why are you afraid? Your expression is like that. Gonzalo says, what's the matter? Sebastian says, whilst we stood here securing your repose, even now we had a hollow burst of billowing like bulls or rather lions. Didn't you wake? Didn't not wake you? Did it not wake you? It struck mine ear most terribly. Now Sebastian instantly he makes up his mind and he says, while we were taking care of you when you all both of you were all of you were sleeping, and the same thing we are doing. In the meantime, we heard a noise that was some that noise was sounding like of bulls or lions. Isn't that make you wake up? And it was most terribly that I heard, so I was preparing myself. Alonso says, I heard nothing. Antonio, oh, it was a din of fright, a monster share. It was so terrible that even a monster might get scared. To make an earthquake, it was even possible to make earthquake. Sure, it was the roar of a whole herd of lions. It was not of only one lion, it was rather a herd of lion, group of the animals. Alonso says, heard you this, Gonzalo? Have you heard this? Gonzalo says, upon mine honor, sir, I heard a humming, and that a strange one too, which did awake me. To be very truthful, or to honor you, sir, I have heard some humming sound, and which make me awake. I shaked you, sir, and cried, and thus I tried to make you awake, and I shouted. As mine eyes opened, I saw their weapons drawn. There was a noise. That's verily, it's best we stand upon our guard, or that we quit this place. Let's draw our weapons. Now he says it will be safe for us if we take our weapon and we leave this place. Alonso says, lead off this ground and let's make further search for my poor son. Yes, let us leave this place and let us find out my son. Let us search any other part of this island to find out my son. Gonzalo says, heavens keep him from these beasts, for he is sure in the island. Now he says, yes, may God keep him safe from these animals, and I am quite sure that he is somewhere in this island only. Alonso says, lead away. In the meantime, Ariel says, Prospero, my lord, shall know what I have done. So, king, go safely on to seek thy son. Now he says, I will go now and I would inform my master what I have done. In the meantime, the king should proceed in order to search his own son. So this much for today. We have completed Act 2 Scene 1 also. So next day we will start with Act 2 Scene 2. We have completed Act 2 Scene 1 today. So this much for today. Keep on going through each and every line. Thank you. Have a nice day.